What's going on with you? Hope y'all having a good day. Today's video, I want to discuss how thirsty dudes mess up the game. They do.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
Now, if you a player, or you got swag, or you got game, or you got knowledge, any of those things, you already know how this how this conversation is gonna go because you already know how it is. You know what I'm saying? It pisses you off. But for the people who might be a little naive, or maybe you just want to hear it from my point of view, I'm gonna break it down. How thirsty dudes mess up the whole game for everybody, good men included. Hey, thirsty guys mess it up for even other thirsty guys. Let's get started. Number one, they live by the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset is when you are afraid to lose somebody, or you say to yourself, if I don't get her, another man will. So you act desperately. And you, by them acting so desperately, they pretty much fog the woman's mind. It could be intentional, but who knows? They fog her mind and her sight of good men or better options. Imagine if you were in this big old room and these women, they stood up one at a time and they said, who would like to date me? Or the host said, who would like to date contestant number one? And then you as a good man, you just raised your hand. But then the thirsty dude was like, me, pick me, over here, me. He's whistling and everything. And so, as you can imagine, that would fog everyone in the building's vision and sight and hearing. All you hear is this thirsty guy. Now, of course, he's not literally standing up and saying, me, pick me. But what is he doing to overshadow good men? Well, he's double texting. So as you can imagine, this woman is single and she's giving out her number to multiple guys. You text her and you wait your turn respectfully. But the thirsty guy, he's double, triple, quadruple texting her, not even allowing her an opportunity to respond. So even if she's having a conversation with someone else and she keeps getting pinged, ping, from this thirsty guy, maybe she's even on the phone and she keeps hearing her phone vibrating her earphones or in her ear because it's alert. Now, any normal woman will get flustered and just want to turn her notifications off, all because of thirsty dude. So now she can't even see yours. And you haven't even got a chance to build a bond with this woman enough yet to where she has anything to look forward to in talking to you. This happens especially online dating, where the woman has an inbox full of dudes double and triple texting her, and your messages continue to get pushed to the bottom. And once she gets flustered, she just logs off and deletes the app. And now you're sitting there waiting your turn and you never get one. That's probably why they say good guys finish last. It just dawned on me right now. Another thing that they're doing, they're giving her excessive attention and admiration. So even if she is entertaining them and entertaining you, she has a good balance going on. He's praising her. Oh, you look so beautiful. Damn, you so fine. Oh, geez, you the finest girl I ever seen. Okay, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. You so sexy. Now, good men, we don't do this. Now, I'm not saying that we don't think she's beautiful, but we know that that's not healthy. So as you can see, by us not giving her unearned, unsolicited validation and admiration on a constant basis, if she's a woman who likes that, well, you've been overshadowed by Mr. Thirst Bucket. He need to get one of these. That's why I ain't thirsty. I stay with me a bottle of water. Another way is he gives her elaborate gifts and expensive dates. I'm not going to say that there's something wrong with spending a little bit of money, but I think that should be reserved for your woman. I don't know. That's just how I feel. If you disagree, that's fine. You ain't me. I'm never going to think like you. But you go on a date with her and you do something modest, simple. He goes on a date with her. He goes over the top. So a little piece of her might be a little bit more excited with that, or she might feel more obligated to respond to him and naturally puts him ahead of you because it appears that he is going all in or he values her more than you do. Excuse me. So this is number one, how a thirsty man, messes up the game for all men. Number two, they form a preconceived notion in these women's mind that all men think this way. She might even start to expect it. And if you don't do this, she might even think that you just have low interest for her. Because she's like, oh, this is what guys do when they like you. Number three, they outnumber good men 7-3. So 7 out of 10 men are thirsty. A woman told me that. I was talking to a woman on the dating app. We got off the dating app and we were having a conversation over the phone. And she was like, I like to talk to you because, you have mature conversation. And I was like, just interesting. What kind of conversations are these guys having with you? And she told me a couple of the pickup lines that they're saying, like, leading with sex, pretty much, and just being weird, not even trying to get to know her, automatically asking for the phone number, asking her to come over immediately and all of this good stuff. And she was like, you had more intellectual conversation going on. And I said, how many out of 10 guys, how many men are goofy and weird like this? She said 7. She said maybe even 8, but I'll say 7. At least 3 men knew how to have a decent conversation. I was like, geez, and I'm one of the 3 you ended up talking to. Of course, that didn't go anywhere. So out of the 3 that she ended up talking to, we didn't even work out. So you can see how thirsty men are clogging up the game. Number 4, they lead with sex. I just mentioned this, but they send unsolicited penis pics, unsolicited shirtless pics, showing off their abs and their physique and all that. And these women are like, okay, I didn't ask you for that. You know what I mean? I ain't going to even get started on how their bios look because I wouldn't know. But women have told me how they look in their bios doing the pucker, like how the women do the little kissy lips, the fish lips. Like men are doing that. She said they look a little zesty. Messing up the game. They're also offering to sell her weed. You want to buy some weed? Like, nigga, you on a dating app trying to sell some weed? Oh, my God. I hope some of them dudes that's doing that shit is watching this video. These women are talking about y'all. And not in a good way, man. Oh, man. They like to skip first dates and offer to come over immediately. Bro, that's the most obvious. And she can't even get to me because, like I said, she gets flustered, excuse me. She gets flustered and she just jumps off the app. She's like, I ain't doing this. These dudes are not serious at all, man. I can imagine after talking about 10 guys who do this shit, your interest level might drop. If you are any kind of intentional, you're going to be like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. Thirsty dudes messing up the game, man. Or number 5, they leave with money, sending cash apps just to get her attention. How do they get their cash app? Well, some women have the cash app in her bio, so you might not want to talk to those kind of women anyway. But if a dude asks, what's your cash app? You're going to be like, why? I want to send you a little something. You're like, you might be tempted, like, let me see something. And then you get $100 in your cash app for nothing. Damn. Okay. They fly women out as the first date. So they live in a different state. They see a woman they think is hot enough on the app. Let me fly you out. I'm in Miami. Boy, they say it ain't tricking if you got it, huh? They're paying for their time, like giving them money on the first date. I talked to this woman a few years ago, and we went on a date. And the first date, she pulled out her card and paid. And I was like, and I actually tried to pay. And she was like, no, I got it. I was like, oh, okay, that was new. So after she went out on a date with me, I talked to her for a few days, and a couple of days later, she ended up telling me that she went on a date with another guy. She said, you know why he won? And I'd rather talk to him? I didn't give a damn, but I said, why? She said, because on my first date with him, he brought me some flowers and gave me $100. I said, oh, that's the man for you, because I would have never done that. I don't give a damn. I would have never done that. Why would I do that? Trying to buy his rank. That's like women at the job trying to have sex with the boss so they can get promised a promotion. So he wanted to get promised a promotion in your life. But I had already smashed. Dude, what you doing? Yeah. Number 6, once they have her attention, they start playing the pull away hot and cold breadcrumbing game with her. So how that works is when they speak to her, they're like giving her excessive admiration and stuff like that. But when they're not speaking to her, they get dead silence, leaving the woman wondering, excuse me, where's he at? Like, this is how they get you to obsess over them. It's clearly a manipulation tactic. And once women catch on to this, they're like, these dudes is full of shit. It works. Only with toxic women. But a man won't know if it's going to work with her. A thirsty dude won't know if it's going to work with her unless he tries. So he tries this shit, and it annoys good women. But he tries it on a toxic woman, and she likes him even more. Kudos for him. You got you a toxic beezy. I got a bonus one, number 7. He becomes very rude and disrespectful if he's ever turned down, rejected. She flakes on a date. She asks him for something. He becomes irate and very just enraged. And this makes women not even want to talk to men in general. You approach her, she kind of like is uneased. She's like, what the hell he gonna do if I say I got a boyfriend? He gonna say, fuck you then, bitch. You ain't that fine anyway. Damn. Thirsty dudes is messing up the game. Shit. My problem with this is, even if a woman was once a good woman, she's seeing all her friends doing men like this. Could be a little tempting. She's been propositioned with these advances daily. It's a matter of time before she accepts one of them. And once she does it once, she just might get addicted. Second problem I see with this, and she's not even attracted to most of these men who are acting like this. And now she starts to run like a filter check on all men to see if they'll do it too. And then once you get a whiff of this, now the game has been reversed to where a woman tries to run this play on you and you like, get the fuck out of here. And she could have possibly been a good woman. She just probably shit test you. It was a bad shit test, ladies. Don't do it. If that ain't your character to be asking dudes for money and stuff, don't do it. You ask a dude for money just to see if he gonna give it to you. I've heard women say that before. I just wanted to see if he was gonna do it. Don't do it. Don't shit test me. That's the last time you gonna speak to me. And you ain't gonna get what you asking for. The third problem I see with this is that these men don't even have good intentions. They doing all this pick me activity to get in front of you and to be the first person that, you know, if I don't get her, another man will type shit. You want her that damn bad, bro, you don't even know what to do. You know how to get her, but you don't know how to keep her. Thirsty dudes messing up the game. Bro, if you're going to get her, if you're going to do all that to get her, be serious, be intentional. Or get the fuck out the way. I can understand why it's frustrating for these thirsty dudes because some of these females that are really prosties and selling that box, they be trying to act like they real women and like they got some kind of class and value. So it's like, man, whatever. So now he's like, he's gonna even run this game on good women. See, a real player, he wouldn't try to destroy a real woman. He'll leave the real woman alone because he know he gonna waste her time. He like, nah, I ain't gonna even do this. I mean, that implies that he has some kind of morals or some kind of boundaries when he doing his fuck shit. Most of them don't. They ain't got no boundaries when they doing their fuck shit. And by doing this behavior, they give men in general a bad rep. So now we all have to pay for what you done did. Some of them did worse things than just this thirsty behavior. Some of them was out there straight going upside women's head, strangling them, almost killing them and all this stuff. Some of them was even doing that. Sadly. Rape. There's a whole list of stuff that men are doing. But that's not what I'm talking about in this video. I'm talking about thirsty dudes. I gotta have her. I call them dick in the hand guys. They sitting over there playing games all day and rubbing one out. And they like, man, I'm tired of this rubbing one out stuff. I want the woman. Where's she at, man? Whatever I got to do, man. Let me send her some cash apps, man. Yeah. Is there a solution for this? Unfortunately, I'd have to say no. But only thing you can do is continue to be different. I have a video where I talk about how to stand out with women. And in that video, I'm discussing pretty much not doing what the typical man is doing to get her attention. The only other parts of this is that you may have to go through about 100 women before you find one that's worth your time. That's not even an exaggerated number. I mean that. You might have to talk to 100 women before you find one. So you must have some patience and diligence and keep going, man. Build up your skin. Get prepared for the ride. Unless you just want to quit. But I don't really believe in quitting, and I don't promote quitting. If you want to, that's your own prerogative, but I don't promote quitting on this channel. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Ask me any questions if you have them. My name is Jerome, and this is a superb word. And keep your head on the swivel, man. And if you're thirsty, get you some water or some juice or some Kool-Aid. Wet that esophagus. And leave these good women alone, man. I'll be with y'all shortly. Peace.